You ever wonder why you're still hurting over people you know weren't meant for you? Why you keep replaying the betrayal, the regret, the what ifs, like your mind can rewrite what your soul already knew? This episode is for the ones who are always the strong one, the fixer, the emotional glue. But underneath all that was a child who learned that love had to be earned and that your worth depended on keeping everyone else together. Let's talk about what it costs to abandon yourself just to feel safe.
Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Powerfully You podcast, where we turn our pain into power and survival into soul truth. I'm your host, Sharitha. I help emotionally wounded, spiritually curious people heal from trauma and reclaim their voice so that they can stop people pleasing, start living their truth, and rise fully into their power. Today's episode is for those of us who are tired of being the strong one, the fixer, the emotional anchor for the people who never gave you a safe place to land. We're diving deep into the unseen emotional battles we carry, the ones that look like love on the outside, but feel like a slow betrayal on the inside when loyalty becomes a leak. The slow exhaustion of giving to those who never give back. You ever look back and realize most of your pain came from trying to love people who were never capable of loving you the way you needed? Not because you're broken, but because you kept shrinking yourself just to stay close to the people who were already emotionally unavailable. You told yourself they were lessons, but why does the lesson still feel like a wound? Why am I still hurting over people I know weren't meant for me? Because part of you is grieving the hope that they'll change, grieving the fantasy, grieving the version of you who thought loving harder would be enough. The psychology of the peacekeeper. When your childhood trained you to fix chaos that wasn't yours. Let's be real. Most of us didn't wake up one day and decide to be the emotional fighter for everyone around us. We learned it. We became emotional first responders in our home, trying to calm parents who never knew how to calm themselves. We learned that peace outside meant safety inside. Where did I learn I had to keep others calm to feel safe? You learned it in the storm. You learned it by surviving parents who were drowning and expecting you to be their raft. You learned that your calm could keep the house from falling apart. But now you're an adult, and that belief is still holding your nervous system hostage. The Fixer's fantasy, saving them before they fall. How fear, guilt, and old wiring convince us it's love. You ever tried to save someone not because you think you should, but because you're scared of what will happen if you don't? If I don't help them now, I'll have to pick up the pieces later. It's not just codependency, it's trauma logic. If you've always been the one holding people up, it's terrifying to let go. But rescuing people from their consequences doesn't prevent pain. It just delays the crashes and keeps you stuck in survival mode. You can love people without saving them. You can witness pain without self abandonment. Who am I without the role? The identity crisis that comes when we stop overfunctioning. Let's sit with this. Who am I when I'm not fixing, rescuing, or overfunctioning? If you've been doing it your whole life, it's not just a habit, it's an identity. And letting go can feel like grief, but it's also freedom because buried beneath all that helping is you. The version of you that's calm, rested, unbothered, whole. You deserve to meet that version, not the one molded by survival, but the one aligned with truth. Excuse my dog in the background. When chaos feels like home, the inner war of trying to be okay when everyone else isn't. You ever notice that peace feels weird, Like if everyone around you is struggling, it feels wrong to be okay. That because your body still believes chaos connect it equals connection and being calm equals neglect. But your nervous system deserves an upgrade. What if your calm is not selfish? It's sacred. Let their storm be theirs. Your inner peace does not require outside harmony, divine orchestration, or delusion. The spiritual refrain we forget when we're stuck in resentment. This one's hard, but honest. What if the betrayal was on purpose? What if it was the only way the divine could pull you out of self abandonment? You keep asking why you were hurt, but what if the wound was a wake up call? That if those people weren't removed as punishment, but protection? This isn't spiritual bypassing, it's spiritual accountability. It's the moment you realize that what you lost made room for who you're becoming. What if healing makes us selfish? The inner critic that sounds suspicious, like your past. Healing will trigger the voices of people who benefit from your brokenness. You'll hear, you change. You only care about yourself now. You're selfish. You think you're better than us. But maybe those voices aren't true. Maybe they're projections. You're not selfish, you're sovereign. There's a difference. Where are you still pretending you're over it? The final invitation to come home to yourself. Pause, breathe, ask yourself this honestly. Where are you pretending you moved on just to avoid feeling the hurt? Because true healing doesn't mean you never feel pain again. It means you stop making your pain your personality. It means you can sit in grief, betrayal, anger, and still choose you. You don't owe anyone your peace. Thank you for sharing this space with me. If this episode hit a nerve, that's okay. Truth tends to do that. And if it moves you, take a moment to like, subscribe, or share it with someone who's tired of being strong all the time. Until next time, may your peace be sacred, your nose be holy, and your healing be non negotiable. Stay powerful.